Hello everyone, this is your second maths video, and like I said last week, it's going to run in a similar way to what we did last week, okay? So we're going to work through some questions together, and then you can carry those questions on after the video if you would like to. Okay, so if you can remember, we started off last week's video with practicing our numbers and practicing writing those numbers. So just to quickly warm us up, could you count to 20 really quickly? Go. And okay, so you should have really counted to 20 really quickly there. So let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I'm going to give you now a few seconds to count past 20. Okay, can you count to 40? From 20 to 40. Off you go. Okay, so let's count from 20 to 40. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Fantastic. Well done. Hopefully you did that really well. Okay, so next week we're going to be counting in 2s, 5s and 10s, so get ready for that. Okay, so as I remember last week, we practiced writing, writing numbers down and making sure we were getting those numbers the right way round, so the number we were saying was what we were writing as well. Okay, so I believe I said that any number that's 10 or higher has tens and it has units. Okay? Now, I'm going to say a number and I want you to try and write that number down. Okay? So your first number, we'll start off easy, is 13. 13, not 30, 13. Okay? So work out how many 10s 13 has and how many 1s 13 has. Now remember I said that when I'm saying some of these numbers, it sounds like we're saying a different part of it first. We've got to always remember that the 10s come first. Okay, so have you written 13 down? Okay, so how many 10s does 13 have? It has 1 10. How many 1s does 13 have? It has 3. So that's 1 10 and 3 1s. Okay, so it's got 1 10 and 3 1s, and we write it like this. The 10s come first. Okay, so your next number is 16. 16. Now it sounds like I'm saying the 6 first, but when we write it, the 6 does not come first. That will mean it was a completely different number. Okay, so how many 10s does 16 have? And how many 1s does 16 have? Okay, so hopefully you would have worked out that 16 has 1 10 and it has 6 1s. And we will write that like this. So it's got 1 10, it's got 6 1s, and we write it like this. The 10 comes first and the 1s come after it, so 16. Okay, so we're going to make it a little bit trickier now. 25. Can you write the number 25 down for me, please? Remember, think about how many 10s it has and how many 1s it has. The 10s always come first. Okay, I think I've given you long enough there. Okay, so 25. Now 25 has how many tens? 2. Now how many ones does 25 have? Has 5 ones. Okay, so the tens always come first and then the ones come after it, and we write it down like this. So it's got 2 tens, it's got 5 ones, and we write it like this. The tens come first and then the ones come after it. 25. Okay, now I'm going to say a number and I'm going to write it down as well, and I want you to see if I've done it correctly. Okay, so our number is 18. 18. Can we write down the number 18, please? Okay, have you written it down? Okay, so 18. Now, I've wrote the number down. Now, have I got it right? 18. How many tens does 18 have? It has 1. I've put an 8 there. I'm saying it's got 8 tens. Oh dear, have I mixed it up? I think I have. And it's got 1 1. That's not right. 18 has 8 ones. This number is, what number is this? I've written the number 81, not 18. Okay, so hopefully, let's try again. So it's got 1 10, so the 10 has to come first, and it's got 8 ones. Okay, so 8, and the 10 comes first when I write it, so it's got 1 10 and 8 ones. Right, let's have a look. So it's got 1 10, 8 ones, and we write it down like this. 18. That's better. Okay, so hopefully you got them right. Next week, I'm going to test you again. Okay, but we're going to count in 2s, 5s, and 10s next week. Okay, so again, today we've got we're doing a similar thing, so I'm just going to show you the sheets for today. And bring up the year 1 sheet. Okay. Nope. Okay, so this sheet is the year 1 sheet. Now, it's got lots of different questions on there again. Okay, so we're just recapping, refreshing our minds on lots of different things that we would have done in school. Okay, and then here is let me just bring up the year 2 one. Okay, so this is the year 2 one. And again, lots of different questions that we're going to work through today. Okay, so let's bring up the slides. Okay, so again, today we're starting with the year 1 questions, okay? And then we'll move on to the year 2 questions. So, let's read the question together. So it says, write a number sentence to show how many beads there are altogether. Okay, so a number sentence is like an addition sentence or a takeaway sentence. It's telling us what's going on. So I'm just going to write a number sentence here. So we remember what a number sentence is. So it could be 6 add 3 equals, no, that's not an add and Sandra. 6 add 3 equals 9, okay, or it could be 9 equals 3 add 6, or it could be 9 take away 6 equals 3. Okay, this is a number sentence. Okay, so we need to, I'm just going to get rid of this, we need to write a number sentence. Hold on. Oh, my screen's gone a little bit. There we go. Right, let's try that again. So we need to write a number sentence to show what's happening with these beads. Okay, so let's first of all, I want you to try and have a think what the number sentence could be. What are the beads showing us right now? Okay. Okay, so hopefully you might have noticed that we've got 3 red beads and we've got 3 blue beads. Okay, so what type of number sentence do you think we are doing? Are we doing an add or are we doing a takeaway? I think we're doing an add number sentence, okay? Okay, so how many red beads do I have? I've got 3. Okay, so we think we're doing an add number sentence here, so I'm going to put an add. Now what do I need to do to finish this number sentence off? That's it. I need to add another 3 to it to show the 3 blue beads. This first 3 is showing us the red beads. This second 3 is showing us the blue beads. So now I need to write equals. Now what does 3 add 3 equal? If you need to, you can count on your fingers. So okay, so hopefully you've worked out the answer is 6. Okay, fantastic. Let's move on. Money. Okay, so let's bring up this number line so we can see it. Okay, so we have got some coins here. And it's asking us how much is here. So first of all, we need to work out what coins are here. So have a look. And can you work out what coins we have here in this box here? Ignore this. What coins do we have here? Okay, so hopefully you would have remembered that we've got a 10p coin, we've got a 5p coin, and we've got another 5p coin. So how much do we think is there? This is quite tricky. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at our 5p coin. Now, a 5p coin is the same as 5 ones. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's the same as 5 ones, and these are 1p's. Okay, so that 5p coin is the same as 5 ones, and we've got 5 ones there. So if I copy this, show, and I've got to move them down all together. There we go. Okay, so this shows us our first 5p coin. This shows us our second 5p coin. How many ones do you think is the 10p worth? How many ones do you think the 10p is the same as? Hopefully you would have said that the 10p coin is the same as 10 ones. So let's do this. So 1, move these down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so let's have another look at this now. Okay, so I know that these 5 1p's here, so the 5 ones are the same as the 5p. Okay, now these 5 ones are the same as this 5p here, and these 10 ones are the same as this 10p here. So now all we need to do is count up how many ones we have to see how much these are worth. So let's count them. So 1, actually you count them and then we'll count all together. How many ones do I have there all together? Okay, so let's count together. So we've got 1, 2, let's get the cursor actually, start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that must mean that the 10p and the 5p add another 5p is the same as 20. Now, sorry, my handwriting is a little bad here, isn't it? But it's quite difficult to write on a mouse with your finger, okay? So we know that this 10p and this 5p and this 5p are the same as 21s, okay? So we could have done it using this number line here. So let's try it together, okay? So if I know I've got 10, so I'm going to start at 10, okay? Now, I'm starting at 10. Okay, so I need to add 5 to that 10. So let's count together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's my first 5. Okay, so I can cross off the 10. I can cross off the 5. Okay, so I need to add another 5 to this. So start at 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's my second 5. Fantastic. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so our last question today is a time question. Okay, so it wants us to show 4 o'clock. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds now. How do you think we would show 4 o'clock on this clock? Now remember, we have a big hand and we have a little hand, okay? And they need to point to something to show 4 o'clock. So have a think now. What do you think? Okay, so hopefully you would remember that when we're showing an o'clock time, that the big hand always points to the 12. Okay, so the big hand, the large hand, always points to the 12 for an o'clock time. Okay, so it's o'clock. See there? O'clock. Okay, now it tells us what time with the 4 there. Okay, so where do you think the little hand needs to point to? It needs to point to the 4. So the little hand needs to point down here to this 4. Okay? So the little hand points to the time it says, so the number it says. So it says 4, so the little hand points to the 4. And if it's an o'clock, the big hand is always pointing at the 12. Okay? You can keep practicing time at home as well. Okay, so that's the end of the year 1 questions. So if you want to go into the year 1 maths folder and find the rest of the questions, you can and carry on with them, okay? Well done today. Okay, so year 2, let's move on. Okay, so we're starting with a money question today as well. Okay, so I have these coins. I've got can you remember what these coins are before I say them, actually? Can you remember what these coins are? Okay, so we've got a 2p, a 10p, a 5p, and a 5p. Okay, now the question says, do I have enough to buy a lolly for 25p? And we need to work out, could we buy a lolly? And we need to work out, how do we know this? Okay, so first of all, let's have a closer look at these coins. Out of those coins, which one is worth the most? Not which one's the biggest coin, which one is worth more out of those? Okay, so hopefully you would know that that 10p is worth the most. Okay, that 10p is worth the same as 10 of these little pennies. Let's try that now. So copy, paste. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to line these out now. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, it's taken a while, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so that 10p coin is worth the same as all of those ones. So it's the same as 10 ones. Okay, so how many ones do you think the 5p would be the same as? Okay, so hopefully you'd know that that 5p coin would be the same as 5 ones. Okay, so let's do that now. So look, I've got 5 ones here, and they are the same as this 5p coin here, okay? And again, that would be the same for that 5p coin as well. So let's do that again. Let's copy and paste them again. So we've got all these ones out as well. Okay, I'm just not going to do that. Okay, let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay, so the 5p coin is the same as 5 ones. Okay, so I've got those 5 ones here, and they go to that other 5p coin. Okay, so a 2p coin, how many ones is that worth the same as? Okay, so hopefully you remember that that 2p coin is the same as 2 ones. Just the same as 2 ones. Okay? And there we go. There's the 2 ones there. That 2p coin. So I've got 10 ones, which are the same as 10p. I've got 5 ones, same as 5p. 5 ones, the same as that 5p. And 2 ones, that's the same as that 2p. Okay, so before we can decide if we can buy the lolly, we need to work out how much we've actually got. How much do you have in your purse? Okay, so we've worked out that these coins are the same as all those ones. Okay, so you might be able to add up the 2, the 10, the 5, and the 5, or you could count all these ones. Okay, so off you go. You either count the ones or add up the 2, the 10, the 5, and the 5. Off you go. You decide which one you want to do today. Okay, so if you need longer, just pause the video, okay? So, I'm going to count the ones to begin with, okay? So, I'm going to count the ones. So, I know that in this line there was 10. So, I'm not going to start from the beginning. I'm just going to put 10 in my head. I'm going to count on from that, okay? So, I've got 10 in my head. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's saying that all these ones are the same as 22p. Okay? Okay. So if you didn't count the ones, you counted the 5, the 5, the 10, and the 2. We're going to do it on the number line now, okay? So I'm going to start with my biggest coin, the coin that's worth the most, and that's the 10p coin. So I'm going to start on 10 on the number line, okay? Here's 10. Now I'm going to add 5 first, okay? Now, I can do it in jumps of 1 on a number line, or I can do it in bigger jumps. Today, I'm just going to do it in jumps of 1s, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's my first jump of 5. Okay, so my second jump of 5. Where do you think I will end up if I add another 5 to 15 now? Where do you think I'm going to end up? Okay, so let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I ended up on 20, adding another 5. Okay, so what have I got left to add? I've added those up, so it's just the 2 now. So let's add 2 on. So 1, 2. There's my jump of 2. Okay, and again, I ended up on 22, didn't I? Okay, so I've got 22p here. Now, when we're talking in money, we say p at the end, unless we've got more than that and we've got pounds. But here we've just got p. So I've got 22p. Is that the same as 25p? What do you think? Is 22 the same, or is it less than 25p? Yes, 22p is less. It's a smaller amount of money than 25p. So, can I buy the ice lolly? Do I have enough money to buy the lolly? I don't, do I? Here's a little challenge question for you. I've got 22p. How much more would I need to get, how many more pennies, how much more money would I need to get to 25p? Use the number line to help you. So I'm at 22p. How much more would I need to get to 25p? Okay, so let's see. I would need an extra 1, 2, 3. I would need an extra 3p to get to 25p. So I would need either 3 pennies. I would need an extra 3 pennies, or a 2p and a 1p. Okay, because there's no such thing as a 3p coin, is there? Okay, fantastic. Great work. Let's move on. Okay, here's your second question. Okay, so let's make it a little bit bigger. So this table shows the number of girls and boys who have pets in one class. Find the total number of children who have a dog and how many children have a cat. So it wants to know the total. Now, the total means the whole amount, okay? So them added together. So it wants to know the total of dogs and the total of cats. Okay, so let's have a look at this table first. So here we can see that dogs. 10 girls have a dog and 7 boys have a dog. Let's look at cats. We know that 12 girls have a cat and 6 boys have a cat. Okay, so we need to find the total of them. So that means we need to add them together. Okay, so let's do the dog first. Okay, so what numbers am I adding together for the dogs? That's it. Hopefully you would know that we're adding the 10 and the 7 together. Okay, so write a number sentence now for finding the total amount of dogs. So write your number sentence now with 10 and 7. Okay, so hopefully you would know that it's 10. We need to write 10, add 7 equals something, okay? So let me just go back for a second. I'm just going to take, this number line with us. Okay, so let me move this. So our number sentence is 10 add 7. So you can use the number line now to help you work out what 10 add 7 is. Off you go. You might be able to just add it really quickly anyway. So 10 add 7 is, let's do it together on the number line. Starting at 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. So our answer is 17. So I need to add this in now into the box here. So the total number of children with dogs is 17. Okay, so I'm going to rub all this out. Okay, I'm going to delete this. Okay, so now we need to find the total number of cats. So we did the first one kind of together. I'm going to give you some time now to do the number sentence to work out how many cats altogether there are. Off you go. Okay, if you need longer, just pause the video, okay? So, we know that there are 12 girls that have cats and there are 6 boys that have cats, okay? So these are the numbers in our number sentence, okay? And we're finding the total, so we're going to add them together, okay? We want to find the whole amount, okay? So we're going to add them together. So let's start writing our number sentence. Hopefully you've got the same as me. So 12 add 6. No, that's not 12 add 6. 12 add 6 equals what? Now, hopefully you've already found the answer out, but I'm going to give it a little bit more time now to see if you can find the answer. Use the number line if you need to. Okay, let's start on 12 and we need to add 6 to it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've added 6. Add 6. Fantastic. So our answer is 18. So 12 add 6 equals 18. Now we need to add that in to the table. So the total number of cats is 18. Fantastic. Before we do our last question, I want you to just have a look at that table quickly now. Okay. Are the cats a more popular pet or are dogs more popular? Looking at the numbers, do more people have cats or do more people have dogs? Yes, cats are the most popular animal in this class. Okay, right, let's move on to our last question. Okay, so we've got some cars here. So the question says there are 16 cars in a car park. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we've got 16 cars here. Okay, and it says half of them are white. How many of the cars are white? Now, of course, all of them are white currently, okay, but it's easier to do it like this to begin with. Okay, so first of all, we need to know, what does it mean by half, okay? What do you think half means? Okay, so half means you've got to split the number in 2 so that we've got 2 equal numbers. So the same on this side and the same amount on this side, okay, into 2 groups, okay? So how many, I'm going to move the cars around now. Let's move them actually, let's do it together. So I'm going to move some cars, I'm going to split them into 2 sides. So 1 on this side, 2 on this side, 2 on this side, 3 on this side, 4 on this side, 5 on this side, 6 on this side, 7 on this side, 8 on this side, 9 on this side, 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so I've split them in half, so I've got 2 groups now. Are my groups equal? Have I done this correct? Remember, half means 2 equal groups. Now, I've got 2 groups, but are they equal? Do I have the same amount of cars on each side? I don't, do I? Okay, so I need to make these groups equal. So instead of moving them all around, I'm just going to move some over to this side. So let's have a look. I've moved 1 over. Let's count them now. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this side. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I've got 2 equal groups of 8. Okay, so it says half of the cars are white. So how many white cars are there? I'm just going to do this now. You count how many white cars are there, because remember these guys over here aren't white. They're all purpley colour. Okay, so that means that half of 16 is 8 and half of the cars are white, so that must mean that 8 cars are white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fantastic. There we go. Okay, so that is all the questions for today. Okay, now that we're done, you can go to the Year 2 Maths folder and get the rest of the questions and finish them off. Okay, so next week we might be doing something that is the same, we might not, but we're definitely going to be counting in 2s, 5s and 10s. Okay, so get ready for that. Bye everyone.